On. Dengan izin Yang Arif, persidangan mahkamah pada hari ini dijalankan secara sidang video atas persetujuan semua pihak berikutan Perintah Kawalan Pergerakan yang berkuasa sehingga 14 Januari 2021. Hakim yang bersidang pada hari ini adalah Yang Arif Hakim Dato Sri Mariana binti Haji Yahya. Petisyen untuk penerimaan masuk sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Pempetisyen pertama WA-134-101-2020 Su Yin Siu.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Su Ying Siu, pempetisyen pertama hari ini.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Joshua Kwan adalah peguam pengusul yang mewakili pempetisyen pertama Su Ying Siu pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan bijaksana yang turut hadir seperti
dengan izin Yang Arif, Nur Atika Zainal Abidin, Peguam Persekutuan bagi pihak Peguam Negara.
Indra Muhammad bagi pihak Majlis Peguam Malaysia.
Anita adalah bagi pihak jawatan kuasa Kuala Lumpur.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, hari ini ditetapkan untuk pendengaran petisyen penerimaan masuk sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Saya ingin memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk meneruskan hujah saya di dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dibenarkan.
Yang Arif, the petitioner was born on 28 September 1996 in Klang and is the youngest child of Mr. Su Kian Teck and Madam Ng Bi Hun. The petitioner had her early education in SJKC Chonghua Banting before continuing her secondary education in SMK Banting. She was later conferred a Bachelor of Laws degree with second-class honours, upper division from the Advanced Tertiary College Kuala Lumpur in 2018. During her time at college, the petitioner was actively involved in various extracurricular activities, where she was one of the ALSA members and led the academic department in organizing academic activities and talks for the law students. The petitioner then proceeds to obtain her certificate in legal practice at her first attempt. She then had the honor of doing her pupillage under the tutelage of Mr. Yi Mei Ken of Shen Delamore and Co. During her pupillage, the petitioner was exposed to the legal intricacies of commercial disputes, closely guided by her master and the team who monitor her professional development. On this special day, the petitioner wishes to take the opportunity to express her utmost gratitude to her parents and siblings for their unwavering support and guidance, without which she would not have been able to achieve any of the milestones in her life. Her family never ceased to believe in her, even in the face of failure, and constantly pushed her to achieve great heights in life. No words can describe how thankful the petitioner is to her father and brother for their financial sacrifices in supporting her legal studies. She would also like to thank her mother, sister, and brother-in-law for always being there for her to make the tough times more bearable. The petitioner would also like to record her utmost appreciation to her master, Mr. Yi Mei Ken, for his guidance, invaluable advice, and for enabling her to see the great art of advocacy and persuasion in litigation, for which she says has been a privilege. She is also truly grateful to all the team members of her master, Matthews Gun Kin Zi, Tan Hui Yi, and Lu Yingning, for all the guidance and supports they have given to her during her pupillage. The petitioner would like to thank all her friends and pupil mates whose laughter and supports have sustained her during the tough times. She is truly grateful to everyone who have made time to witness and share this joyful occasion. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya percaya bahawa Pempetisyen Su Ying Siu merupakan seorang yang berkelayakan untuk didaftar dan terima masuk sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara. Kesemua surat cara adalah teratur dan saya percaya bahawa ketiga-tiga pihak iaitu Berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur tidak mempunyai sebarang bantahan kepada Pempetisyen. Oleh itu, saya dengan rendah diri memohon agar Pempetisyen Su Ying Siu diterima masuk sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara di Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Pihak Peguam Negara tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan, Yang Arif.
No objections, My Lady.
Baik, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen Cik Su Ying Siu diterima masuk sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Cik Su Ying Siu dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya meminta kebenaran untuk Pempetisyen menjubahkan diri sendirinya.
Silakan Cik Su Ying Siu.
Petisyen kedua WA-18-140-01 2020 Javid Amir Khan bin Ramid Khan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Javid Amir Khan bin Ramid Khan. Petisyen kedua.
Baik.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Balwinderjit Singh, Peguam Pengusul bagi pihak Pempetisyen kedua, Javid Amir Khan bin Ramid Khan, dan rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili Yang Berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah pun diperkenalkan awal tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, dengan rendah diri, saya pohon untuk meneruskan hujaan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dibenarkan.
Much obliged, My Lady. Yang Arif, may I introduce the petitioner, Javid Amir Khan bin Ramid Khan. My Lady, as the petitioner stands before you today in this honorable court to be admitted as an advocate and solicitor, I have been instructed by the petitioner, who would like to dedicate this eventful day to his dear mother, Paramjit Kaur Dillon, a former member of the Malaysian Bar, his late father, Ramid Khan bin Rahman Khan, who himself was a distinguished member of this honorable court, his late maternal grandmother, Madam Teh Hui Sim, and his maternal grandparents, Mr. Ranjit Singh Dillon and Madam Jit Kaur Sidhu. Their sacrifices, particularly in light of his late father's passing, knew no bounds. For that, your petitioner is forever grateful. Yang Arif, Javid Amir Khan's journey in law was a chartered one. Being born in a family of lawyers, notably his parents, granduncle, uncle, and aunties. Rather aptly, for this occasion, the petitioner will don the very same robe belonging to his beloved father. The petitioner was born in 1996 as the firstborn to his parents. He spent his primary years at Kuala Lumpur before obtaining his Bachelor's of Law degree from the University of East Anglia in 2018. He was then called to the Bar of England and Wales in November 2019 by the Honourable Society of the Middle Temple on completion of the Bar Professional Training course. The becoming of a fully qualified lawyer carries much meaning for the petitioner. Being able to follow his parents' footsteps has long been an aspiration, and to finally see it coming to fruition can hardly be put into words. My Lady, since commencing his pupillage at Messrs. Screen under the tutelage of Mr. Vijay Raj, the petitioner has had a newfound appreciation of the law in practice, particularly its ability to adapt and evolve in keeping up with the societal norms and to continuously bring justice to the fore. In light of the novel circumstances the year 2020 had for us, the uncertainties, the ups and downs, the frustrations and setbacks we all have faced, a few things shine through: hope, positivity, perseverance, determination. If we fall, get back up or die trying. Whatever life throws at us, the petitioner reminds us that the words of Stephen Gerrard ring true: we go again. On a lighter note, the petitioner would like to express his sincere gratitude to his family and friends who have taken the time to witness this ceremony, in large part due to the court's willingness to embrace the advancement of technology in ensuring the smooth running of its proceedings during this pandemic. My lady, to the petitioner's master, Mr. Vijay Raj, the petitioner is grateful for the guidance and lessons learned throughout his chambering period. The petitioner will strive to always hold in high esteem the values and principles imparted, alongside the high standards of professionalism required in such an honorable field. To the petitioner's mover, a big thank you for spending your time to represent the petitioner at the hearing today. Your words of advice and many anecdotes are and always will be appreciated. To the petitioner's closest friends and family, those who were there through thick and thin. Firstly, the petitioner's two sisters, Sophia Dilan Khan and Leah Dilan Khan. Secondly, the Kiasu kids, Niroshan and Nalin De Silva, as well as Shamita, Tejas and Jaiwati Raja. Thirdly, the high school gang, Vanessa Ho, Hana Hamira, Noor Nadira, Myra Mazlan and Naim Zabir. Words cannot convey the love and appreciation the petitioner has for all of you. Last but not least, the quacks, Arif Faiz, Faith Chan, Ananda Mohan, Sean Cham, and Yizin. Thank you for making the petitioner's pupillage a fruitful one. He has learned so much from all of you and has no doubt he will continue to learn much more in the years to come. To the numerous others who are far too many to name without taking up too much of this court's time, thank you for being part of this journey, and the petitioner looks forward to seeing and personally thanking all of you once it's safe to do so. With this, my lady, I respectfully submit and state without reservations and with confidence that the petitioner, Javed Amir Khan bin Rahman Khan, is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate and solicitor of the High Court of Malaya. I believe that all the petitioner's papers are in order and that my learned friends from the Attorney General's Chambers, the Malaysian Bar, and the Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee have no objections to this motion. Yang Arif, dengan itu, saya dengan rendah diri memohon kepada Mahkamah yang mulia ini supaya Pempetisyen Javed Amir Khan bin Ramit Khan diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Peguam negara tiada bantahan, ya Arif.
My lady, the Bar Council has no objection.
My lady, the Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee has no objections.
Baik, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Encik Javed Amir Khan bin Ramit Khan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya, dan juga memerintahkan nama Encik Javed Amir Khan bin Ramit Khan dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Terima kasih Yang Arif. Yang Arif, saya memohon untuk pihak Pempetisyen Javed Amir Khan menjarungkan jubah beliau sendiri.
Silakan Cik Javed Amir Khan bin Ramit Khan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Pempetisyen ketiga WA-18-196-01-2020 Teja anak perempuan Harash.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Teja Harash, Pempetisyen ketiga.
Ya, Cik Taya.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Atay Kugan, pengusul bagi Pempetisyen Teja Harish pada hari ini. Rakan-rakan biasa saya masing-masing wakili yang berbagai Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan-Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah pun diperkenalkan awal tadi. Dengan ini Arif, saya mohon kebenaran dengan Arif untuk meneruskan hujah saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dibenarkan.
My lady, may I introduce the petitioner, Judge Harish? The petitioner was born on 8 October 1994 in Johor Bahru and is the second child of Mr. Harish Panachan and Mrs. Asmita Praveen. The petitioner had early education in SK Brickfields 2 before continuing her secondary education in SMK Bukit Bandar in Bangsa. Motivated by her desire to give a voice to the poor, the petitioner had set her mind on becoming a lawyer since she was 17. The petitioner had always been fascinated with the career in the legal fraternity, i.e. being a lawyer. This fascination was further fueled by her mother's continuous and persistent advice to the petitioner for her to be a lawyer. The petitioner pursued her tertiary education at the Brickfields Asia College and obtained her Bachelor of Laws under the University of London program with honours and subsequently obtaining the Certificate of Legal Practice in which, despite countless obstacles and struggles, she had passed the examinations in the year 2019. Upon completion of her CLP studies, the petitioner commenced a pupillage in Messrs. Ramesh Yam & Co. under the tutelage of Mr. Ramesh and Purnachandran, in which she was exposed to the challenging yet rewarding world of the legal career that had deepened her interest and sparkled an insatiable and unquenchable thirst for the law. On this meaningful day, the petitioner would like to express her utmost gratitude to those who made this jubilant occasion a reality. First and foremost, the petitioner would like to thank the Almighty God for His bountiful blessings and grace that has sustained and enabled the petitioner to stand where she is now. Today, the petitioner wishes to take this opportunity to express her utmost gratitude to her family, to her parents for their unwavering support and encouragement, without which she would not have been able to achieve any of the milestones in her life. The petitioner would like to express her gratitude to her mother, who never ceased to believe in her even in the face of failure and constantly pushed her to achieve greater heights in life. No words can express how thankful the petitioner is to both her parents for their love and sacrifices. The petitioner would also like to thank both her sisters, Rupal and Chandini, and her brother-in-law Narendran for being her confidant and source of inspiration. The petitioner would also like to express her gratitude to her dearest grandmother, Mrs. Prafabul Praveen, for always keeping the petitioner in her prayers and for constant words of encouragement throughout the petitioner's journey in becoming a lawyer. The petitioner would like to thank her people master, Mr. Ramesh and Purnachandran, for providing her with opportunities and valuable guidance throughout her pupillage and enabling her to see the great art of advocacy and persuasion that she learned in law school come to life. The petitioner would also like to thank her people master for time and effort invested on her and to ensure that the petitioner is ready for a career in the legal fraternity. The petitioner would like to thank her friends Vatsala Raja, Sharan Pitkaur, and Aarti Michael John for always being there for her to make the tough times more bearable. The petitioner is also grateful to me, a mover today, for taking time from my busy schedule to move a call. And Arish, I believe the petitioner is a fit and proper person to be admitted and enrolled as an advocate of this honorable court. I also believe, January, all the petitioner's papers are in order and that my learned friends from the Attorney General Chambers, the Bar Council and the Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee respectively have no objection to this motion. Dan itu yang hari saya dengan rendah diri mohon kepada Mahkamah Mulia ini untuk menerima masuk dan mendaftarkan Pempetisyen Sejal Harash sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara di Mahkamah Tinggi Kuala.
Peguam negara tiada bantahan ya Arif.
My lady, the Bar Council has no objection.
My lady, we have no objections.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Cik Tejal anak perempuan Harash sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Cik Tejal anak perempuan Harash dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih, Arif. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon kebenaran pempetisyen untuk menjumpakan dirinya sendiri.
Silakan Cik Tejal, anak perempuan Harash.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Pempetisyen keempat WA-18-340-02-2020 Tan Su Ming.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Tan Su Ming, pempetisyen keempat pada hari ini.
Cik Alan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Alan Miranda, Peguam Pengusul bagi pihak Pempetisyen Encik Tan Sun Ming. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang masing-masing mewakili yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur adalah seperti mana telah diperkenalkan sebelum ini. Yang Arif, saya dengan rendah diri meminta kebenaran Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk meneruskan hujah saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dibenarkan.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Yang Arif, the petitioner, fondly known to his family and friends as Jeremy, was born in Kajang, Selangor on 2nd April 1995. He is the eldest and only son of Mr. Jimmy Tan Hock Chuan and Madam Adeline Francis Geelong. The petitioner is a brother to three younger sisters, Zuzan, Mei Huan, and Wei Ting. The year 2020 was no doubt a challenging year for all, but it is also a year which will be remembered fondly by the petitioner. This is because Miss Becky Lim, whom the petitioner met at University of Malaya, accepted the petitioner's marriage proposal. They were married in February 2020. Yang Arif, upon surviving the grueling 18 months of STPM at SMJK Yu Hua Kajang, the petitioner was enrolled to read law at University of Malaya. He graduated with honours. The petitioner then commenced his pupillage at Mrs. Anat Nuraini under the tutelage of Mrs. Navarmala Ganesan. On this special day, the petitioner would like to first and foremost thank the Almighty God for all the blessings He has showered upon the petitioner and for constantly being there with him through the ups and downs of life. Secondly, the petitioner expresses his utmost gratitude to the following persons. To the petitioner's family for the unconditional love, support, and sacrifices throughout the years. To his father, Mr. Jimmy Tan, for showing the petitioner what it means to be a responsible person, and to his mother for her love. Today, he truly hopes that he has made his parents proud. The petitioner would have loved for his late grandfather to witness the occasion today. He would have been so proud. These persons helped mold the petitioner to be the person he is today. To his wife, Miss Becky Lim, the petitioner would like to thank her for being his pillar of strength and source of happiness throughout the times, for making his home beautiful, and most importantly, for agreeing to be his companion for the rest of his life. Not to mention for all the delicious food she prepares for him. Truly, Yang Arif, the way to a man's heart is via his stomach. Next, the petitioner would like to thank his pupil mistress, Mrs. Navarmala, and the managing partner of the firm, Dato Anat Krishnan Muthusamy, for their willingness to share their experiences, thoughts, and wisdom with him. In addition, the petitioner would also like to thank Mr. An Palaga Puan Wan Nazma Ashikin, Puan Nazifa, Miss Sharbani, Miss Michelle, Puan Mekanda, and all the pupils and Mrs. Anat and Nuraini for providing a conducive learning environment to the petitioner during his pupillage. Last but not least, the petitioner extends his heartfelt gratitude to his Form 6 friends, law school buddies and brothers at law, including Julian, Karwin, and Jun Yan. Yang Arif, saya percaya kesemua kertas kauza pempetisyen adalah teratur. Pempetisyen adalah orang yang berkelayakan untuk diterima masuk sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Saya percaya bahawa pihak-pihak berkenaan tidak ada bantahan. Oleh yang demikian, saya dengan rendah diri memohon agar pempetisyen Tan Sun Meng diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Peguam negara tiada bantahan ya Arif?
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan Yang Arif.
Bantahan Yang Arif.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Encik Tan Sun Meng sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Encik Tan Sun Meng dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Terima kasih Yang Arif. Saya memohon kebenaran Yang Arif untuk pempetisyen menjubahkan diri sendiri Yang Arif.
Silakan Encik Tan Sun Meng.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Pempetisyen kelima WA-18-805-05-2019 Lee Sesi.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Lee Sesi, pempetisyen kelima.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya Muhammad Usaid bin Muhammad Asharuddin adalah peguam pengusul yang mewakili pempetisyen kelima di Sesi. Rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatankuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah pun diperkenalkan sebentar tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya ingin memohon kebenaran mahkamah untuk meneruskan hujahan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris.
Dibenarkan.
Dengan izin Yang Arif. May I introduce the petitioner Lee Sesi. Your petitioner is the eldest child of Mr. Lee Tian Look and Madam Siak Moi Hong, and also a mother of 2 kids. Arif, the petitioner started a career in the legal field as a conveyancing secretary. Then, the petitioner was convinced by her master, Miss Lee Poh Ling, who is also her employer at that time, to read law back in year 2011. Your petitioner was conferred a Bachelor of Law degree with second-class honours Law Division from the University of London in 2017. Your petitioner then proceeded to obtain her certificate in legal practice the year after. The petitioner completed her pupillage under the tutelage of my learned friend, Miss Lee Poh Ling, from Mrs. Loy Eng Ko, who is the partner of the firm. Your petitioner was assigned to the MTUC, Malaysia Trade Congress Union, for her legal aid duty. The satisfaction and happiness in helping the underprivileged entrench her conviction of becoming a lawyer. Arif. On this memorable day of petitioner, she seizes this opportunity to record her appreciation to her parents, Mr. Lee Tian Look and Madam Siak Moi Hong, for the endless tender love and care. Your petitioner is also indebted to her friend, Miss Jess Tan, Mr. Samuel Fong, for sharing her joys and sorrows during her law studies and pupillage. Your petitioner also wished to express her gratitude to her master, Miss Lee Poh Ling, for her untiring guidance, support, and all her colleagues in Loy Eng Ko for making her time while reading in chambers such a meaningful and unforgettable experience. Finally, your petitioner wishes me to special mention to thank her husband, Mr. Raymond Cheong, for always being loving, caring, and supportive throughout these years. Last but definitely not the least, to all her ever supportive friends and families who have been there through the storm and sunshine, the journey will not be complete without them. The best time for the new beginning is now. Yang Arif, saya percaya segala surat cara dan kertas kuasa Pempetisyen adalah dalam keadaan yang teratur dan sempurna. Saya juga sungguhnya percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah seorang yang berkelaikan menurut Akta Profesional Undang. Saya juga percaya rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili badan-badan berkenaan tidak mempunyai sebarang bantahan. Oleh demikian, saya dengan rendah diri memohon suatu perintah agar Pempetisyen Lee Sek-yi diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Terima kasih, Arif.
Pihak Peguam Negara tiada bantahan ya, Arif?
Peguam tiada bantahan ya, Arif.
No objections, My Lady.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Puan Lee Sek-yi sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Puan Lee Sek-yi dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya dengan ini memohon kebenaran mahkamah untuk Pempetisyen Puan Lee Sek-yi untuk menyarungkan jubahnya.
Silakan Puan Lee Sek-yi.
Terima kasih Yang Arif.
Terima kasih Arif.
Baik.
Pempetisyen ke-6 WA-18-1650-10-2019 Sanggita Anak Perempuan Wasan Kumar.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Sanggita Wasan Kumar Pempetisyen ke-6 pada hari ini.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, Vinod Kamalanathan, Peguam Pengusul bagi Pempetisyen yang ke-6 pada pagi ini. Dan saya juga memperkenalkan rakan-rakan bijaksana saya dari Jabatan Peguam Negara, Bar Council dan KL Bar Committee yang telah pun memperkenalkan diri sebelum ini, Yang Arif. Arif, izinkan saya memperkenalkan Pempetisyen yang ke-6 pada pagi ini, dan dengan itu saya juga mohon sekiranya saya dapat melafazkan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris seterusnya.
Baik, dibenarkan?
Masih. It is in fact my distinct pleasure and honor to move the call of your sixth petitioner this morning. In fact, she is my cousin and I am truly proud of her, Yang Arif, because her journey to finally stand before Young Arif this morning has been anything but a breeze. Despite the naysayers and downturns in life, the petitioner persevered and kept going to achieve her dreams. The petitioner had an extremely tough year dealing with the loss of her dear mother. Her mother, Madam Krishna Kumari, a woman with a heart of gold, passed on while the petitioner was still undergoing her pupillage. It is with great sadness the petitioner regrets that her mother is unable to witness this milestone in her life. My lady, The petitioner hails from an extremely humble background and is the first in her family to be a lawyer. Growing up, the petitioner always wished to do justice, and that carried on, leading the petitioner to read law at the University of Aberystwyth. The petitioner chambered in the chambers of Messrs. P. Paramjodi and Co. under the guidance of her pupil, Master Mr. Paramjodi, whom she had met by the kind introduction of Mr. Seelan and Mr. Khanna. During her pupillage, the petitioner was challenged by Mr. Param to constantly improve and take on various challenges as a litigation lawyer. For this, she wished to thank all her support given by her entire team at Messrs. Raja Seelan and Associates and Messrs. Paramjodi and Co. In reaching this stage today, the petitioner would also like to thank a number of people who walked this journey with her thus far. Firstly, the petitioner wishes to thank her mentor, come family friend, Ms. Parameswari, for being patient, caring, and guiding her in her first experience to civil litigation and the fond memory of her first cable car ride when she took the petitioner to the Penang High Court for a hearing. My lady, the petitioner also wishes to thank the people who were and still are her pillars of strength, her best friends, Shireen, Erica and their parents, Audrey, Stephanie, Chan, Nichelle, Gayatri, Monita, as well as her pupil mates, Darshana and Jasmine, for their unconditional love and support. The petitioner further wishes to express her love to all her family members and her family friend, Uncle Jagan and his family, who were there for her during the tough phase of her life. Lastly and most importantly, the petitioner wishes to thank her beloved mother, Madam Krishna Kumari, for all the sacrifice, love, and encouragement without which she could not have come this far. The petitioner would also hold dear to her heart all the principles her mother taught her and vows to make her proud. Dengan itu, Yang Arif, saya sempurna percaya bahawa semua kertas-kertas kuasa adalah teratur dan bahawa tiada apa-apa bantahan daripada ketiga-tiga badan bidang kuasa.
Pihak Peguam Negara tiada bantahan, ya Arif?
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan.
Tiada bantahan, ya Arif.
Dengan itu, Yang Arif, saya mohon sekiranya Pempetisyen yang saya sungguhnya percaya adalah seorang yang layak dan sesuai diterima masuk dan didaftar sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara.
Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Cik Sanggita, anak perempuan Basan Kumar sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Cik Sanggita, anak perempuan Basan Kumar dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendaftar.
Dengan itu, Yang Arif, saya juga memohon sekiranya Pempetisyen dibenarkan untuk menjubahkan dirinya.
Silakan Cik Sanggita, anak perempuan Basan Kumar.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif.
Ya.
Pempetisyen ketujuh WA-18-2041-12-2019 Charity Weijin.
Nama saya Charity Weijin, Pempetisyen ketujuh pada sesi pagi ini.
Dengan izin Yang Arif, nama saya Nur Fazlinda binti Alimat adalah Peguam Pengusul hadir bagi pihak Pempetisyen ketujuh Charity Wijin, dan bersama-sama saya rakan-rakan bijaksana saya yang mewakili yang berbahagia Peguam Negara Malaysia, Majlis Peguam Malaysia dan Jawatan Kuasa Peguam Kuala Lumpur yang telah diperkenalkan sebentar tadi. Dengan izin Yang Arif, saya memohon untuk meneruskan prosiding ini di dalam bahasa Inggeris. My Lady, the petitioner is blessed with the gift of life on the 12th of November 1995 by his two ever-loving parents, namely Mr. T. Keng Chuan and Miss Helen Lee Kwee Lee. The petitioner would like to send his lifelong gratitude and appreciation to his parents for their unconditional love, support and guidance. Without them, I would not be here today. Father, mother, two ever-loving parents, namely Mr. T. Keng Chuan. This very moment is dedicated to you in its entirety. The petitioner would also like to dedicate his heartfelt gratitude to the guidance and care of his two older siblings, namely Mr. Jason T. Yongjin and Miss Jerin T. Swee Ling, together with their respective partners, Miss Jocelyn Sam Yok Cheng and Mr. Ko Zijian. It is with their presence, advice and foresight that has helped me endure this journey. Thank you, brother and sisters. My lady, the petitioner has always been intrigued by how effective the written word can impact the life of people. The combination of words, sentences and paragraphs have the ability to shape the very fabric of society. Realizing as such, the petitioner felt that his love for the written word can be best used in his pursuit of being a member of the bar while contributing to the betterment of society. The inspiration and realization mentioned above occurred in tandem with the petitioner's sister's long call, which occurred in this very same building 7 years ago. With said inspiration, the petitioner went on and graduated with honours in Bachelor of Laws from Multimedia University and proceeded to complete his pupillage at Tony Chew and Partners under the tutelage of his pupil master, Mr. Tony Chew Cheng Ming. The petitioner has served his pupillage in both contentious and corporate matters under the guidance of his pupil master. Needless to say, the petitioner is heavily indebted to the courtesy and passion of his pupil master in both enhancing the petitioner's legal skills and instilling the understanding of legal ethics. The petitioner would like to thank both Ms. Irene Shem and Ms. Janet Lee for their assistance and guidance at opportune moments. Last but not least, the petitioner extends his heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to all his confidants for making his pupillage period a more balanced and memorable experience. These people made the difficult moments easier and the easier moments memorable. The petitioner sends his heartfelt thanks and wishes to Miss Gan Wei Yin and Mr. Marcus Yong Chun Yao for their unwavering friendship since university days. The petitioner also sends his heartfelt regards to the following individuals for being there through thick and thin, namely the three Sang siblings, Mr. Douglas, Mr. Nicholas, Miss Luan and the following Batu Pahat house members, Miss Teo Kai Zin, Mr. Jody Lai Fu Suan, Mr. Kwek Shu Chuan for their ever welcoming friendship and embodiment of what home means away from home. The petitioner also like to dedicate this part of the speech to Mr. Justin Leo Chiang Lung, Miss Vivian Tan Pei Zin, Mr. Chang Boon Kwai, Miss Indah Puspa percaya bahawa Pempetisyen adalah berkelayakan untuk diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Saya juga percaya bahawa rakan-rakan bijaksana saya tidak mempunyai bantahan terhadap Pempetisyen hari ini. Oleh yang demikian, Ya Arif, saya memohon agar Pempetisyen Jared T. Wejin diterima masuk dan didaftaraikan sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya.
Peguam negara tiada bantahan, Ya Arif.
Majlis Peguam tiada bantahan.
Cik Anita.
Tiada bantahan.
Baik, Mahkamah dengan ini membenarkan permohonan Pempetisyen dan menerima masuk Cik Jared T. Wejin sebagai Peguam Bela dan Peguam Cara Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya dan juga memerintahkan nama Encik Jared T. Wejin dan penerimaannya didaftaraikan oleh pendapat.
Terima kasih, Ya Arif. Dengan izin Ya Arif, saya memohon kebenaran Mahkamah yang mulia ini untuk Pempetisyen Jared T. Wejin menjubahkan diri sendiri, Ya Arif.
Silakan Cik Jared T. Wejin.
Terima kasih, Yang Arif.
Baik.
Terima kasih, Ya Arif.
Dengan ini saya menjemput Ya Arif Hakim untuk memberikan ucapan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning to everyone. Puan Nur Afiqah binti Zainal Abidin, representative of the Attorney General's Chambers. Puan Hindun Muhammad, representative of the Malaysian Bar Council. Ms. Anita Natalia, representative of the Kuala Lumpur Bar Committee. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Malaysian Judiciary, I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate all petitioners on your admission as advocates and solicitors of the High Court of Malaya. You could not have endured the ordeal or the experience without the loving support and encouragement from your loved ones who had sacrificed their money, time, and energy to get you to this moment. Congratulations to the proud parents, family members, and friends who have been giving unwavering support to all petitioners throughout the journey. Congratulations to masters who had willingly and diligently shared their knowledge during the 9 months of pupillage period to all petitioners on the reality of this profession. A lawyer is a demanding profession. This is only the beginning, and there is a lot more to explore and acquire before you can call yourself a successful lawyer. Becoming a lawyer is prestigious, and the future is bright of all you. Strive not only to be a good lawyer, but an outstanding one. But if the money is number one reason to pursue a career and you are not really interested in law, then the legal industry is not for you. Being a lawyer may bring you enough money to make ends meet, but it won't make you a millionaire in a short term of practicing. But what I can say, it is not impossible. The road is long with many winding turns. The truth is await you are many more years of dedicated hard work and sleepless nights. Long hours, client demands, changing law, deadlines, and other demands make practice of law one of the most stressful jobs out there. Sometimes the schedule can be extremely unpredictable. In order to achieve success, apart from ability, strong determination and firm commitment are required. One of the fundamental responsibilities of an advocate is to maintain the highest professional standard of integrity and competence at all times. It is my view that the hallmark of an advocate and solicitor is honesty. One can say that a person will entrust his own lawyer with secrets, be it secrets affecting his life, his fortune, and in fact, even his sacred honor, that he would not trust anyone else on earth except his own lawyer. So the history of the profession shows that a lawyer is worthy of that trust and should not in any way betray that trust. The most difficult thing about practicing law is not the law, but the facts. Most arguments which pretend to be about law are actually arguments about the correct analysis and categorization of the facts. Once you understood them, it is usually obvious what the answer is. The difficult then becomes to reason your way in a respectable way towards it. Appreciating how to fit legal principles to particular facts is a real skill. It is simply a recognition of the facts that a command of reasoning skills and ability to understand and use evidence and broad literary culture are all tremendously valuable to any advocate. If you do not have them, you are going to find it difficult to practice. If you do not know any law, that is not a problem. You can always find out. So in order to succeed, your desire for success should be greater than your fear of failure. It takes years of experience to a skillful advocate. Continuous professional developments and education can only enhance our legal competence. Spend your time in your initial years in the bar, developing your advocacy skills. Technology also has transformed the practice of law. So whether you like it or not, lawyers must be proficient in a wide range of technology platforms. I would like to emphasize that it is not just the intellectual skill that comes with work at the bar, but also the integrity which should be inherent in lawyers as officers of the court. On a daily basis, the functioning of the courts, the legal professions plays a pivotal role, for lawyers not only carries his professional duties he is trained for towards his client, he also assumes a role of safeguarding the sanctity of the legal system, for to do otherwise would be detrimental to its proper functioning. I'm confident that you will strive to achieve distinction in the pursuit of your career, and towards this cause, be respectful of the bench, the bar, your clients, adversaries in court, and everyone that you come into contact with. Mutual respect must be maintained and observed. Last but not least, be a lawyer who is dedicated, full of integrity, ethical, and high discipline, and strive to improve skills and knowledge in this profession for the better future, not only for the petitioners, but also for the profession. I wish you every success in your chosen career and future. Thank you very much, and the court is adjourned.
Court bangun.